Welcome to my camper build part 13.
Good morning everyone. Just want to give you some updates on what I've done so far. It's been a while, yes, and my apologies, just life gets in the way, and also money. So money is a big problem. Everything is not cheap anymore, so you have limited funds to put into what you can do. So therefore it's progressing slowly, but I've managed to do some small things that make a difference. So let's go and have a look around and see some of the things that I've done and what I'm going to be doing today.
It was about time that we looked at putting the roof on, so here I am preparing the roof with pine lining. Very simple product to use, it's very light and it comes up a treat. So as you can see, you can't sort of see the secret. Oh, there we go. Secret nailed in with some liquid nails. The only reason why I used the liquid nails was to stop the squeaking if moving around in the camper van. So slowly but surely putting the pieces on. Very simple task, just about getting your measurements right and trying to get perfect. And as you can see, and this is the final finished product of the roof. It's come up fantastic, sensational.
Okay, so you can see it looks like a bit of a mess, but everything is sort of done properly. As you can see, all wires are running through the flexible conduit. Okay, so I've managed to get the fridge in. Okay, that's all good. It's not bad. I mean, there's plenty of space to lift it open, which is good. The only thing I'm worried about is the door closing. I did take measurements. Let's see if the door closes. Oh, look at that. The door has closed. Perfect. Alright, the only other thing are the locks. I don't know how they're going to work, if it's going to hit it or not. So that'll be the next thing to have a look at. But I could shift it across a bit. I mean, that's where the toilet hole's going to go. The door for the toilet, so... and battery and everything up here. So interesting. So remember in the previous videos we had this big plastic window on the back where the kitchen was, so I've taken that out and put in the aluminium checker plate, and so I've sort of finished that off. Just mocked everything up at the moment. Put in the latches so it can lock into place with keys, so we can open that and have a look. Put in the lights for the plate number, and so I've put in the gas lifts as well. The original gas lifts I bought from Bunnings weren't strong enough, so I had to go and replace them. I believe these are the 250. The first one was 100, wasn't strong enough. Wouldn't open it or wouldn't hold it. It opened halfway. So I've managed to put a latch on here as well, just to bring it down, make it easier. Got a couple of lights in there, so LEDs, and LED up there as well. So plenty of light when you're parked up and going to use the kitchen. So this is the final completed kitchen. You would have seen these in the previous videos. These are all done, and the cabinetry, the doors didn't open when I put the put this in place, so these two doors had to be cut down from the top, which I've done that, and now they actually open perfectly. So both of them work well, very functional, plenty of space, and we've got our cup holder in here as well. So it's a little jerky, but there's our cup holders that just come out like that and go back into place. It's pretty difficult to do with one hand, but can be done. So that's that back area. Put the lights in, done all the wiring down the bottom. It's all connected in and tested. All the lights work according to the standards. They need to be at a certain height, so that doesn't exceed the standard. For those who want to know what the standards are in building your caravan, you can download a PDF off the internet and have a read of it. There's really not much there as in what are the requirements, but you know, gas, electricity and all of those things. So gas, electricity has to be done by 240 volts, has to be done by an electrician. So I've just got my electrician to wire things in, which is not finalized yet. And once he finalizes the 240 electrical points, we'll get a certificate of him as well for the work that's been done. Now, these are not your normal 240 volts. These are called, I think they're called dual pole or something like that. In order to use 240 volts in a caravan like this, you really have to listen to your electrician. Because this will work with the 12 volt systems without creating any fires and things like that. Your normal 240 volts power points that you would get from Bunnings or somewhere like that are not cut out to do this job apparently. So I've sort of done a bit of a wire up in here. These aren't finalized yet. Obviously they have to be removed once the skin goes on, then they'll be put into place. Other things. We had our departure board in here for the departure angle, so I've taken that off, and what I've done with that is I've put in two hatches here in order to be able to gain access to the underside here at any point if I needed to, you know, get in there for leaks or, you know, doing some electrical work. So we've got access to that area, not totally closed off, which was a bit of an afterthought, and I thought, okay, well, I need to put something in there to be able to get in. So I had these two black ones that I bought off eBay. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but you know, sometimes you do things you don't realize, and you get to use it in some areas that you didn't even think of. So these just open up downwards. Okay, so we're going to put them in like that. These have already been cut out, right? So just a mock-up. So this section here is going to be the same as this aluminium checker plate. It's going to be black, and once that's covered, it'll look nice and as if it was like original. Going inside, so I've put the bed in because I want to do some cabinetry over here, because the bed is going to be about this high, and so I wanted to be able to, if you're laying in bed, have some space to put in, you know, your phones and charging points, and because I've already put in some charging points here. So there's USB charging points, there's USB charging points on those lights at the back as well. And so I've mocked this up to get my heights and the size that I'm going to be making those cabinets. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. What I've already done is I've put in the overheads. So I've made these overheads and put those in, so that hides all the, you know, the cabling work in the back. I'll open it up. So it's just a slide open, and as you can see, you've got your channel in there for the electrical wiring, which is the 12-volt wiring. So that's that, and you know, just slides open, which is nice and tight, not too loose, so it'd be great. That come up a treat. So I've used plywood, and I made the tracks out of just some timber. So the timber has been cut into tracks down the bottom and top that's holding those two slide doors in. I left I don't know if I should paint these or leave them as natural color. I think I like natural, and I might just lacquer it with the roof because I love that look. So I might just do that. I don't really want to paint it. I've sort of might have to paint this because there was a lot of holes everywhere. So I'll have to paint that. I think I'm going to paint that in white to match that bed head. As you can see, cabling, 12-volt cabling, everything that's gone through, you know, the frame has gone through with, you know, some shielding as well, so to protect. And that's the 240 going into there. These are just 12-volt light switches, and everything is protected. All cables are protected, even if they're 12 volts, they're all protected through timber and steel. Not that timber is an issue, but obviously steel would be. And we've done the same on this side as well. So that took a bit of an effort, but yeah, come up a treat. All right, so the next step is to do this. So let's get a start on that. So here are some measurements that I've just taken, and yeah, let's start cutting.
What I've done, be very careful. The guard is not on because it broke off, and I haven't had a chance to put it back on, but yeah, safety is always first. I am very careful when I'm doing things, but you know, mistakes. Cut some pieces and taking some measurements. There's a little bit of a cutout there that I just need to get the exact measurement there instead of measure way, and cut that piece out. So this is the base, and with that there's two other pieces. So one, here I am cutting the other the horizontal plane of the cabinet pieces here. Now this plywood is fantastic. It's very, very light, and I do think that it's not going to add so much weight to the caravan. I am conscious of the weights that I'm putting in. Being a steel frame, did calculate all of that in the beginning. So here we go. Now the top part of this, doing a bit of a calculation here. So instead of using a calculator, yeah, the old-fashioned way, this is a simple way of doing it, and just double checking and multiplying it by 2 just to find the half and the center of it. That's what it is. Perfect. So you don't make a mistake, because you always got to cut once, measure 2 or 3 times. Usually measure twice and cut once. And now I'm just using this bottle that I found in the workshop to do a bit of a semicircle curve. You'll see at the end what that is going to be. That's actually the inserts that we're going to cut out, and we're going to draw some straight lines going straight across. So that section there is going to be cut out, just like you saw with the overheads that I created. So it's going to look exactly the same, but not going to have any sliding panels on this. I didn't want to put any sliding panels in them, sliding doors. So here we go, cutting it all out. It is a very tedious task. Got to be very careful not to make a mistake, or else it's just wastage. Throw it out, do it again. Now, this is the second one that I built. The first one that I built for the right hand side, I used aluminium brackets in there, and then I realized that I had this so it drills out the angle screws which you saw before, and this second one I've done with that. So here's the end product. As you can see, both sides are done, and I'm not going to put a backing plate on this, as you sort of see. That's how I measured it, but I'm actually going to take that backboard out. So yeah, see you next time.